rent, and I've written a few film scores, but mainly stuff for my own pleasure. I suppose the first major composition that I ever wrote was at Oxford in about 1958, and I had never heard it played until recently. It was played by the Brindisi Quartet, and I must say I was very nervous. I'm very much a mixture of people, you know. There's part of me that loves to be with people, there's part of me that doesn't. There's part of me that wants to be isolated, parts of me that get very sad at being isolated. I can rattle around this house for a week at a time and feel very sad and lonely. I first started psychotherapy in 1964, my last year in Beyond the Fringe in New York. I had been trying to thresh out the meaning of life. I don't think that I would have functioned as well as I do now without psychotherapy.
In 1979, I had cast a film called 10, and we were literally down to the wire getting ready to shoot. And our leading man walked out. A major catastrophe, and I was desperate. I couldn't come up with a leading man that easily, and I went off to group therapy one night, all ready to take over and take the 2 hours and really just complain for Blake Edwards. And I know Dudley won't mind because the story is fairly well known by now, to say that Dudley was in the group with me. And I kept looking at him, and I'd been seeing him week after week, and he had, to some degree, irked me week after week because of his obvious appeal to women in the group. And they'd call him Cuddly Dudley and all sorts of endearing little things that made me envy and want to strangle at the same time.
I think the first session I said, well, I love your work, Blake, I'm an actor, but I don't want that to influence anything. And I didn't. I really would have felt very embarrassed to have felt that he was, you know, suddenly thinking I was performing for him. But anyway, I laid out on the carpet all my troubles and woes and basically said, well, what do I do with them? And I think the people present there were regaled for at least 3 weeks with me saying what I felt I should be doing and so forth.
Together with my my group observation, collectively, all of those things made me suddenly get up, go over to Dudley, right in the middle of the group, and grab him and say, come with me. And we went outside, and I said, would you like to be in a movie?
I came in with an amazing lot of publicity from Bo Derek, who seemed to be on every cover of every magazine in the world ever printed. And so I became, by osmosis, I guess, to a certain extent, famous through that film.
I had been scantily clad before, I think, and I had done a picture when I was younger. It never bothered me. I was brought up on the beaches in
I've
California.
long been a great admirer of the conductor, George Schulte, and it was a great privilege, really, to work with him. I was a bit nervous when we first met.
And so they brought us together here. He came here first time, and it was very funny because he was very shy in the beginning. He was afraid of me, that I will eat him or I don't know what. And I was also shy because I was a big film star and I saw him many times on the film. So we started rather, but very soon it became very easy. And we worked very well together. He is a delight to work with him.
My people.
Wasn't yielded.